everyone, welcome back to GrantMe. Today's video, we're gonna go over the #1 formula we give to our students for a stellar essay, and that is the STAR model. This method is actually used for resumes and cover letters, and resumes and cover letters basically portray your experiences to others, and scholarships basically work the same way. And so that's why it's so effective. The STAR model is actually an acronym, so it stands for situation, task, action, and result, and each of those letters give a different piece of information that will accumulate your experience. So let's go over them. So you're gonna use the STAR model when you're explaining a certain experience of yours. And the first letter is S, and that stands for situation. Now the situation stands for the place, time, and context of your experience. This should be about 1 to 2 sentences, and it should kind of encompass the basic information of what you did. And so let's look at a little example. When I realized that my school did not have a safe gathering space for vulnerable students, I took action to change this reality and founded the Diversity Club in 2019, a group dedicated to providing a safe space for all students with a focus on supporting diversity around ability, culture, gender identity, religion, and sexuality. Some of the questions you want to ask yourself when thinking about the situation is: when did you volunteer? Where did you volunteer? What made you want to volunteer in this specific place? What issues were pressing that made you want to get involved? And what motivated you? It shows how the student was motivated to founding this club, who the club was for. In the paragraph that I just outlined, you can see that it pretty much answers all of these questions in one way or another. So the second one is T, which stands for task. Task kind of outlines a role that you played in your experience, and you want to ask yourself a few questions when it comes to this. What was the title of your position? What were your responsibilities? And what was the goal of what you were doing? And you want to answer this in a short 1 sentence. For example, in my role as president of the club, I quickly saw the potential to expand our reach in the school and lead the planning of our first diversity week. So that is quick and short. It shows your responsibility, which is planning Diversity Week, and it also kind of shows in a way that you saw a problem and were willing to fix it. And it also shows your role as president. So third is action, which is the most important part of your experience. The action consists of critical steps that you took to achieve your goal, and it should be the bulk of your paragraph that outlines your experience. For example, how did you go beyond what was expected of you? How did you demonstrate leadership? How did you show initiative on responsibility? And how were you innovative? And here is another example. I coordinated between community members in various programs in my school that supported Indigenous, international, and special needs students to organize an assembly for our 1,700 students and staff. We additionally hosted a wide range of daily events focused on engaging students through cultural food, historical trivia, and other awareness activities. In the paragraph, you can see that the action steps is that this particular student organized an assembly for a number of students and staff, and they also talked about what their event focused on in terms of their club, which focuses on diversity. And lastly, we'll focus on R, which is result. So your results should demonstrate the outcome that you achieved. What impact did you create with your actions? And you want to make sure that you include both your quantitative and qualitative results. For your quantitative results, think about how many people you helped, any funds that you raised, how much that was, how many people you led in a team. And for your qualitative results, think about the skills that you gained, think about the impact that you had on your community, any mentorship or role model roles that you picked up, as well as the empowerment of others. Also, a short self-reflection is always great. Think about what you learned in a role and how you're going to carry that forward. And lastly, here is the example. The week concluded with a diversity pledge that gained over 150 signatures, a significant symbol of our community's priority to do better. In its third iteration, this event has resulted in more inclusive perspectives acknowledged within our school and established us as a role model for other schools. And so when you put all of these components, the STAR, it kind of brings all of the components into a very strong paragraph that conveys your leadership in a very effective way. There you go, that's it for today's video. I hope you found this tip very helpful because it's helped a lot of people, and I will see you all next time.